Gamers, it is time for another deck showcase. We don't always do these, but I like to do these from time to time when we have a new set with a lot of new decks to showcase. This time especially, I really need to do this because this pack scammed the heck out of me. I was only able to build one deck out of it, and I had to basically dismantle everything else. And I really don't want to spend more. I spent $100 on this pack, and even that wasn't enough to just build Voiceless Voice. So I'm really not trying to build every single deck in this box, but thankfully, a bunch of people in my Discord sent me lists and replays for Ice Barrier, for Centurion with the new Packbit. Blackwings kind of got support with this box because the new Raidraptor stuff makes Blackwings a lot better, actually. A lot of stuff to go through here. So I have a bunch of lists over on Master Duel Meta. As per usual, we're going to be doing deck list, then replay for that list, deck list, replay for that list, and so on and so forth. We're going to be showcasing Ice Barrier. We're going to be showcasing Raidraptor. We're going to be showcasing no Voiceless because I already made a really good deck profile that you can go check out. So if you need to see Voiceless, I have an amazing, beautiful, wonderful deck profile that you can already watch. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start with Centurion. So we're going to start just with the decks that aren't necessarily new, but got some a little bit of support here and there that helps them a lot or helps them a little bit. So starting off with the deck you're probably familiar with, we have from top Bulldog an updated Bestial Centurion list, making use of the brand new Editing Master Packbit. This card obviously can either put itself in the back row on summon or when sent to the grave, or it can put a different monster, I think from the field to the back row or the graveyard to the back row, which makes it so you can just set up, another Primera in the back row using the Packbit. Kind of similar to what Auxilla can do in the end phase, but you can just do it in the middle of your turn. It also does look like Mega Man. I didn't even notice that. You're very right. This literally looks like Mega Man. But yeah, so shout out to Top Bulldog for the list. I appreciate it. I think Centurion is really, really good this format. I actually think Centurion is kind of underrated in this game. Personally, I would put it like a high tier 3. I think it's probably around the level of Voiceless Voice, and honestly, in my opinion, it's better. I think Blazer is so insane, but you already probably know this deck, so we're not going to talk about it too much. We're just going to go check out the replay. All right, so here we go. Checking out updated Centurion, making use of Packbit. Top Bulldog did say he didn't get to show the follow-up, so we'll see how far he can go with this stuff. It's pretty hard to get these replays in ladder oftentimes just because people will scoop before you can actually make your play to showcase it. So that's one downside of collecting replays on ladder. But I think it is more valuable to show it in ladder because it's actual application within the format, right? So here we get ashed. It's okay. We have our field spell. Activate the field spell. Summon out the Trudea. Trudea put itself in the back row to set up the MF. MF special summon itself from the back row. Send the MF to the grave to summon out the Gargoyle. Use Gargoyle plus Primera to go into an Auxilla. Then we go for Auxilla effect to search. We go for Gargoyle effect, adding itself back to the hand here. Yeah, I'm not too sure about this sequence. I'm going to be honest. I don't really see why you would send the MF to the grave when you could just send the Trudea, which is already used and not really going to be useful this turn anyway. But, I mean, what do I know, right? So, anyway, searching the Wake Up Centurion here, and we're going to set up the Wake Up Centurion, getting a level 8 token. Oh, because we have a normal, we get to trigger Ringo Worm in the grave, summon a level 2 tuner token. That's really cool, actually. That's why people play the 100 apples yeah, I was wondering why people played this in Centurion, but it makes sense. And we get to make a full effect Chaos Angel, making all our synchros unaffected. Put back the Primera, so we have Trudea plus Primera to get a level 12 synchro on opponent's turn here. We didn't use Packbit this turn, but still pretty interesting stuff. So they're going for Nightmare Throne so they're playing Yubel, which is definitely scary, grabbing a Samsara Lotus. We're going to fast forward a little bit here. So Primera gets to search out the Centurion Phalanx. Normal Samsara Lotus. We're going to put our Auxilla back in the back row to summon MF, and then we're going to actually synchro summon Packbit. Packbit put the Samsara in the back row. Huh. Anyway, so the Yubel player is going to go for Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain, fetch another Samsara, and we can just go for Grave Squirmer in grave, banish itself to summon Samsara. Samsara send itself to the grave to summon out the Spirit of Yubel here. Spirit of Yubel is going to set Mature Chronicle, which one we can activate Mature Chronicle, shuffle back 2 to summon the Fusion. Yeah, so it seems like this was good enough to gas out the opponent, and they just couldn't do much after. So pretty solid, pretty solid. And yeah, I guess at this point we can go for Centurion Gargoyle. They're going to negate, which is not really a big deal. They're going to pop a... Oh, we get to go for Phalanx here. Phalanx, special from grave, our Auxilla. That's very strong. Anything else here? using Auxilla. They're going to go for Spirit of Yubel. We're going to Ash the Spirit of Yubel. And we can just probably easily go for lethal here. Yeah, okay. I mean, sure. So, I mean, this replay's fine. We used the Packbit as just removal. And, I mean, I guess that's cool. To be fair, not really the, like, most impressive form of removal. And it feels like you kind of went for Packbit instead of going for Blazer, even though Blazer would have just probably been better. So, yeah, I don't know how good of a replay that is really to showcase it. But yeah, it is an interesting card for the archetype. I think we're just going to leave it there for this one and move on to the next. I think next up, we're going to be doing Ghoti. Yeah, Ghoti, or Fish, as some people like to call it. So now we're going to be doing Ghoti. And we actually have two different lists that I want to showcase. So this first one here is a bit more standard. It's from Raidraptor. You know, running a lot of these like generic searcher fishes, there's like a lot of consistency boosts with this new update. For example, White Reincarnation is a searcher spell that lets you add a fish monster with an effect that changes itself to tuner from your deck to your hand. So with this card, you can add, for example, like the White Sardine, which is also a new card. And this card can special summon itself by sending another copy of White Sardine to the grave. And it's not a tuner when it special summons itself, but if you have like a level 4 tuner on the field, you can make a White Aura Porpoise, which is also a new card. And then this card can special summon 2 White Sardines from your grave. And when White Sardine is special summoned from the graveyard, you can treat it as a tuner. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Pretty good card. You need to banish the new level 6 card. Yeah, so this one, if it's banished, you can banish a fish monster from your hand, graveyard, or face-up field to special summon this card. And then on summon, this card can add a fish from deck to hand. So banishing 6 or whatever, I don't really know how to pronounce the name of this card, is definitely part of your game plan. I haven't played this deck in a long time, but I think I'll remember enough to be able to somewhat figure out what's going on in the replay. Let's just go see here. Also, I want to mention, I forgot to mention this, for the video, all the deck lists are going to be linked in the description. So if you want to copy any of these lists, you can just click the link in the description for whichever list you want to copy. But here we go. From Raidraptor, we have White Sunfish, Paces, and White Reincarnation in hand. And we're going second against Bestial. We have evenly matched going second, which means we are just better. And it's Dragon Link in this economy. Dragon Link in this economy. Okay. Let's fast forward a little bit here. So summoning out the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, we're going to go for Imperm on the Red MD. Then they're just going to go ahead and summon out the Lubellion. Lubellion set up the branded Regain, go for the effect of Magnamud, banishing. Then we can go for Regain to shuffle back and get a draw. Then Magnamud triggers. In end phase, we'll get a search. We can go into a Dragoonity Knight Romulus. Romulus search the Dragon Ravine, activate Dragon Ravine, discard. And then we can send to the grave an Absent Router search the Rocket Tracer. Then we can activate our Boot Sector Launch, summon out the Rocket Tracer, pop the Boot Sector Launch to summon out the Recharger, make Pisty, activate the in-hand, well, the other effect of Romulus to summon. Then we can go for Striker Dragon again, summon with Pisty, go into Delingerous. Why are you playing Delingerous? Please be better. Actually, I'm just not going to hate you. At least you're playing Dragon Link, man. You're doing what you got to do, I guess. But anyway, bring back the Rocket Tracer with the effect of Delingerous and bring back Delingerous. Go into a Borland Dragon. Then we can activate Borland Dragon, targeting our Rocket Tracer, special summoning the Recharger to go into a Borload Savage Dragon, equipping it with the Romulus, activating Quick Launch to summon out Rocket Caliber. And it gets popped in end phase. It just guarantees we have something to summon with our Borland. And we have a, what's it called again? Wait, hold on. I got to pause this. In hand, we have, yeah, a Druisworm. So anyway, obviously we go to battle phase here to activate our Evenly and bait out the Omni Negate. They're going to go for Borload Savage Dragon effect, and we're going to chain our Ghost Toger, I suppose, just to pop it, which makes a lot of sense. So pop the Savage here, and obviously our Evenly is now negated. So let's see if we can play through basically 2-ish interruptions, right? We go for this, searching the White Sardine. White Sardine can dump another White Sardine to special summon itself. Then they're going to get to summon out Magnamud from the grave with Regain. We're going to go for White Sunfish, targeting our White... Oh, I see. That's pretty cool. So you can go White Sunfish, target White Sardine, special White Sardine from the grave, and then Sardine becomes a tuner. That's pretty neat. They're going to go for Borland Dragon to negate the effect of becoming a tuner. Okay. So we have no tuners right now. No tuners. What do? We go into Anemone effect, bring back the White Sunfish, and going Druisworm here on the Ghost Ogre. Not really going to be achieving too much, but I mean, I guess it is a play that you can do. And what are we going for here? Going to activate White Sunfish. They're going to go for Regain, shuffling back to get it. Oh, maybe that was the point. It was just to get that draw, probably. Hoping to get like a nice hand trap or something. Either way, we're going to link off. Oh, okay, no, we can synchro into our Arion Post. Wait, how do we do that? Oh, okay. I didn't realize that White Sunfish had that effect too. So by bringing back White Sunfish, it also became a tuner. So that's actually really good. So both of these cards have that effect of becoming a tuner when they're summoned from grave. So we actually get to go for Arion Post and get into our Ghoti plays by banishing 6 here. 6 can banish from grave to special summon itself. On summon, 6 can search a card. No way they drew into Ash. That is disgusting. They drew into Ash. I can't believe it. All right, so we're going to summon a Tuna, Paces, and we're going to go into Ascon. Ascon can banish a card you control as well as a card on your opponent's field without... Oh, it does target. Okay, so we're just banishing Regained here. We also get the graveyard effect of Arion Post, which is to banish a fish in your grave, add 1 fish with an equal or lower level from deck to hand. I forgot about that, but now I remember. Okay, bringing back the Ascon here, we can go ahead and summon Zealantis. Okay, pretty good. Activate Zealantis, banish a bunch of cards, bring back the Zealantis, and... Oh, wait. Right. Which one is it that does that? Is it Anemone? Because you cannot special summon waters, anything other than waters. And technically, you're the one special summoning back your opponent's monsters. You don't get to summon them back. Isn't that crazy? So because you water lock yourself with Anemone, and then you banish everything, and you're supposed to special summon everything back, but your opponent's monsters are not water, they don't get to come back to the field. I love that. I forgot about that. Yeah, the Waterlock Zealantis. Completely forgot about that. And you have full graveyard set up as well. Yeah, okay. We're doing pretty good here. And we have, yeah, Snopio. So during opponent's main phase, you can banish some fishes and just go crazy with the Ghoti cards. So anyway, they get in end phase to search a Bestial Lubellion, which is pretty neat. We're going to go for Paces in standby. Summon this Paces. They're going to go for Bestial Lubellion. Search out the Baldrake. Activate 1 for 1. Must be nice. Must be nice. But we're even better. We have Snopios in hand. Banish 2. Get the trigger on banish. The effect of, what's it called? Pix or whatever. And we were just about to pop off like crazy with the Ghoti. Honestly, really, really good replay for Ghoti right here. And a great play. So shout out Raptor. By the way, Raptor, longest running supporter of the channel. So... big shout out to Raptor. Also a good mod. But yeah, let's move on here. We have another Ghoti list to showcase. So let me just move on. Next up, another build of Ghoti. From Pit to Saws, we have Runick Ghoti. I know a lot of people like this version of Ghoti, or at least they liked it back when Ghoti came out. A lot of people were playing this. A lot of people were asking me to play it back then, and I didn't play it. And supposedly, it's even better now. Ghoti obviously is an archetype that can just make good use of that special summon from the extra deck as like a good like synchro material. Oh, there should be 1 Ascon and 1 Cupid Pitch. Okay, so I guess we'll just do that correction here. So from Pit to Saws, we have Runick Ghoti telling me to correct this. This should be 1 Cupid Pitch and 1 Ascon. Cupid Pitch, very important supposedly for the combo in this deck. You know, I think I'm just going to check out the replay. And I'm going to let Pit to Sauce cook on this one. So let's just go check it out. Once you establish the Ghoti engine, you don't need Runics. That's why you don't care that you banish your field spell. Makes sense. All right, let's see it in action. Shout out Toy Winner in the chat. I see you. Okay. Paces in hand, a couple of Runic cards. You'll love to see it. We can start off with a Hugin. Hugin can then discard our second copy of Smithing Storm, I'm guessing. Yep, discard the second Smithing Storm. And we get Ashed because we are the suck. But it's not that big a deal. We can keep playing here. We have Tuner in hand, right? We can do our thing. Summon Paces. Go into Cupid Pitch. I see. Yeah. Of course. Yeah, a level 4 Synchro that becomes a level 6 Tuner Synchro is probably really, really good in this deck where you can like special summon Hugin and just normal summon Paces, right? So yeah, that makes sense to me. Oh, you're actually making her... Wait, you're making her level 2 and then summoning the Jerry to go into a level 6. I did not see that coming. So we use the Slumber to summon Jerry and then use a level 2 Cupid Pitch and Jerry to go into Arion Post. So we get a good search off of Cupid. What do we search here? We get the Arion Post effect to banish a level 6 or lower fish from our deck, which is really good, obviously, for this deck. And we're... Oh! I just realized Arion Post can always banish this. So it's really easy to banish the 6 or whatever. I really don't know how to name this card. It's actually really, really easy to get this card banished. And this is an insanely good card. Okay, fair enough. So anyway, we get to search Hop Ear Squadron with her. Okay, makes sense. Hop Ear Squadron is really, really strong in a Synchro deck. And then we get to activate 6, special summon it by banishing a Paces. 6 is going to search the Snopios. Get to banish the Shift from hand here. This is really, really good. So on opponent's standby, we get to summon out the Shift as well as the Paces. Our opponent is going to summon Diviner of the Herald, dumping the Trias. They're playing Voiceless, it seems. Summoning out the Trias, triggering the graveyard effect of Diviner of the Herald. Summoning out the Low. Low gets the Barrier of the Voiceless. Barrier seeks out the Saphira. and they're going to go for Saphira effect. Seems like we're still playing it patient here. On activation of Saphira, we are going to go for the effect of Paces, and we get to go into Ghoti of the Deep Beyond and just remove all the crap. Just remove all of it. Wait, what? Is it not on summon? Is it on, oh, does everything resolve first? And then we get, okay. Thank you. I was like a little confused there, but okay. So it seems like we have to remove everything. They're going called by on Arion Post, which is not that big a deal. Thank you, by the way, for becoming a member, Chronic Killer. So at this point, Ghoti banishing the entire field, of course. And we get to trigger the 6 as well. Banish Paces from grave, bring back the 6. And we get to search a card here. We grab a Zep. Then we can banish the Arion Post. Arion Post, if it's banished, banish a fish from the grave, add it back to the hand. We banish a shift so that we can get it back next turn in the grind game. Saphira triggers in the grave to ritual summon out the Skull Guardian. Skull Guardian triggers, and then we get the effect in grave of low, chain blocking. And now we can go for Hop Ear Squadron. Is the timing going to be off here? I'm not sure. So let's see. We go into Ascon. Yeah, so Ascon gets negated here, right? So they get to summon the low, search the Cerevis. I guess they can also just negate with Cerevis because it does target. Yeah, so they're just going to negate with Cerevis instead of using their Omni negate here. All right, interesting. I mean, to be fair, like in the grind, we have a lot of stuff and they don't have that many interruptions, right? Because we're getting back Ghoti of the Deep Beyond, we're getting back Paces, we're getting back Shift. Like that's kind of tough. That's kind of tough. So we draw into Shift here, Shift in the Banish pile coming back, Paces coming back. Yeah, Ghoti of the Deep Beyond coming back. Then we can go for Snopios, banish 2 fishes, and they're just going to negate Snopios, and at this point, we already won pretty much, right? They just don't have enough interruption to deal with the amount of gas that we've set up at this point. We get the 6 effect again to get to search on summon, banishing the Snopios. Snopios is going to add itself back to hand, I believe, unless we already did that. No, we get back Ascon here. Activate Keef in hand, special summon Keef. Use these two, go into a Baron because this is not the event, it's a deck showcase. We do have Baron here. We can target Skull Guardian to pop it. They're going to go for Radiance, and obviously we're just going to negate the Radiance here. So, I mean, we've cleaned it up. It's over. It is totally Jover. Yep, negated, pop. Thank you very much. They get the graveyard. Oh, true. They get the float effect, actually, of the ritual spell to summon Skull Guardian yet again. Then we get the effect of Keef on summon to bring back Snopios. Dude, this is a really good replay. Really, really good replay. Summoning out the Adamancipator Risen, banishing the Paces with Snopios effect to add it back to the hand here. Shift Engrave gets banished, and we get to boost our 6. And then we pass turn. Obviously, we don't have a battle phase because of the Runick cards last turn. But yeah, in the standby here, we get even more stuff. We still have plenty of synchros in the extra deck too. So we're really not lacking plays here. Going for Diviner of the Herald, dumping the Herald of the Arclight, searching out the Prayers of the Voiceless. That's not an ideal search target. And calling it a day. Wow. Wow. We were a little too patient, but we easily outgassed them. I mean, to be fair, that kind of patient playstyle allowed us to see that like that super snowbally kind of, you know, playstyle that Ghoti has, where like once you get established and every turn you start generating like crazy gas and advantage from just a bunch of summons from your banish pile. I think it was a good showcase of how overwhelming Ghoti can be once it's actually set up, you know? So yeah, I think it's a good replay. Really good replay. Okay, now we're going to get into the new decks. So, you know, we had Ghoti and we had Centurion. Those were the decks I got like a little bit of support. Then there's the decks I got like really good support that like changes their entire game plan. And so for that, we're going to start off with Ice Barrier. And this is Top Bulldog's list. We also have a Runick variant of it from Mazinger. Both of the lists will be in the description. So Mazinger really, really likes running this deck with Runick. For example, like being able to draw 3 off of Fountain, and then you also get to draw 4 off of like Ravenous Croco Dragon. Like drawing 8 within 1 turn is pretty crazy. You know, if you get Max Seed, you always get the option, instead of playing like a Wombo combo, you can literally just do like General Raiho plus like some Runick cards. If you draw General Raiho, or you know, if you get Max Seed, you can always also use your Searcher spell, search Raiho, and just like tribute summon Raiho using a Runick summon, like a Runick fusion monster. So I do feel like there's actually a really good synergy here between these two decks. I can definitely see it. Really interested in the replay for this one. And we also have the pure, like the more like standard version from Top Bulldog here. You know, basically Ice Barrier, when you have like a more standard version, your game plan is to normal summon Revealer, discard anything, and summon out the Hexa. then Hexa can send to the grave a copy of Mirror Mage, and Mirror Mage does a bunch of crap. I'm not going to go step by step. We have replays for that. I will say, instead of running 3 Hexa, you should probably be running the Ice Barrier Trap in here because that's like your best discard off of Revealer. So we're going to go check out both replays one after the other instead of doing one by one. You know, we're just going to go check out both replays. So starting off with a very standard Ice Barrier list. We're going to be showing off, you know, basic Ice Barrier plays. Probably not too different from when I did my Ice Barrier combo. Although I probably did a lot of misplays in that video because, you know, I'm not super accustomed to this deck. So hopefully we can see a really nice combo here. Starting off, we have a Revealer in hand and Warlock. You're running Warlock? Oh, okay. And we're going second into... Wow, seeing this deck again. Okay, no, it's Branded. So going second into Branded. Interesting. Are we going to activate Maxi here or Ash? Just Ash. Does it go through? Oh my god, it sucks to suck. Okay, you were just better. The one time that Ash goes through against Branded, by the way. Alright, so summoning out the Magnamut effect's gonna add the Truest Worm in the end phase, and that's it. We're just passing on nothing. Oh god. Oh god. Actually the worst Branded board I've ever seen, by the way. The only time they didn't have the gas. They're going to go for Fusion Duplication, targeting the Branded Fusion in Grave, and they get to basically activate Branded Fusion on opponent's turn here. But we are going to chain Maxi, so we're going to get to draw every time they special summon. They're going to go for a Rimbrum. Hate to sound like I'm playing with a Hot Wheel here, but whatever. Going to summon out a Hexa. We're going to go into battle phase to deal with the Rimbrum. Then we're going to trigger Hexa, dumping the Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage and Grave triggers. We get to search an Ice Barrier card from deck. We add the Gorgeous Swordsman, or Georges, whatever you want to call it. And he brings back the Mage from the grave. We go into a Lancia. And then we can trigger the Mage, Tribute to get a token, 2 token, 3 token on the field. You'll love to see it. Make ourselves a Coral Dragon. They're going to trigger Rimbrum. We're just going to go Called by on the Rimbrum. They're going to go for Bestial Druid Worm. We're going to get another draw because they are under Maxi here. And we get to summon out... Wait, we get to summon out Warlock here because they special summoned. Right? That's how that works? Yeah, they special summon, so we get to trigger this. What does Warlock do? While you control another Ice Barrier monster, both players must set spell cards before activating them. Okay. This card is literally anti-spell fragrance. That's pretty funny. That is pretty funny. All right. So anyway, making a Deep Sea Prima Donna, we get to trigger the effect of Coral Dragon, get a draw into a Medallion, which is broken. And with Deep Sea Prima Donna, we can summon Spellbreaker. Wait, really? You can target one of your opponent's banished cards, add to your hand, or special summon one level 4 lower water monster from your deck. And if you do, add that target to their hand. Okay, so we're just about to like lock down spells, right? So like... Rest in peace, Branded. We're locking down spells. This is a good anti-spell. This just shuts down spells as long as it's face up on the field. That's crazy. So we're going for Medallion here. We gave them back Branded Fusion and we shut off spells? We literally gave them back Branded Fusion and shut off spells. That's... I didn't even notice that. We gave them back Branded Fusion and shut off spells. That's so based. Dude, this is actually kind of a savage replay. Yo, he's kind of popping off too. Like, he's still going. We got Changing here hitting the board. Get another token out. Going into A Grind. This is way better than the combo I did on my replay. I mean, I was ass in comparison. So, oh yeah, I guess I can mention this. Spellbreaker of the Ice Barrier has to discard a Ice Barrier card to trigger, but you can actually use... Revealer has an effect that, like a secret effect, I guess, where it can like substitute itself as a Ice Barrier discard by banishing itself from the grave. So that's why we didn't have to discard the Mirror Mage. We could just banish it to activate the Spellbreaker effect. So pretty good stuff. They're going for... okay. Oh, no, we just did some banishing here with Changing. Okay, really good. Really good so far. I really like this replay. Okay, so Fallen of Valbaz time. We're just going to go A-Grind in response and banish it so they don't get the fusion. And then we get the effect of the Changing. Yeah, okay. Changing plus A-Grind is a good combo. I didn't even notice that synergy between those two. Okay, I'll be real. That was a really, really good showcase for a standard build of Ice Barrier. Really cool. Really good. And now let's give a look to... an alternative version of the deck, which would be Runick Ice Barrier. Let's see how that works out. Okay, so we have Medallion, Runick Tip, Ash, Speaker, Mirror Mage. Pretty damn good hand. Oh god. They're popping off. Going Sprint here. They have Keras on the field already. Sprint, dump the Nimble Angler. We're going to fast forward here. Going into a Gigantic Sprite effect. We're going to Ash the Gigantic Sprite. I guess we're just better. Oh, they're going into a Sprite Elf. Bring back the Keras, and I guess we trigger Keras, and then, yeah, we're doing Tri-Brigade plays at this point. Go into a Rugal, sending the Bearbrum to the grave. Bearbrum, search the Revolt, and then we can shuffle back a card. So we basically are passing on just Revolt and Carrot Engrave for the elf. Could be worst. We're going to go for Runick Tip, search a Runick card, get Runick Destruction. Runick Destruction forcing out the Revolt here. Makes a lot of sense. So summoning 4 Beast Warrior, Wing Beast, whatever, from the grave, making a Shurag and not banishing anything. Oh my god, and then we get to go Nibiru. That's hilarious. That is so funny. You just forced them to play into Nibiru. That is clever. That is clever. I don't think I would have seen that line. I'm going to be real. I don't think I would have seen it. All right, so searching out a Revealer, discard the Mirror Mage, and we can summon out the gorgeous Mirror Mage triggers and gorgeous triggers on summon to special summon out from the grave. Probably the Mirror Mage, I'm guessing. Yep, summon out the Mirror Mage. Mirror Mage gets to search a copy of Freezing Chains, which makes our Ice Barriers unaffected. We can go into a Coral Dragon here, activate the Freezing Chains, and we can special summon a Ice Barrier from the grave that's level 4 or lower. We get the Mirror Mage, and we can tribute our Nibiru to summon 3 tokens to the field. Then we go ahead and synchro into Arcthis. Arcthis is going to draw a couple of cards here. 4 cards, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. No, it's 3 cards, plus we get a draw from Coral Dragon. Okay, makes sense. So that's 4 draws total. We activate Fountain just from hand like that. Go into a Lancia. Okay. Activate Flashing Fire, pop the token, banish 2, get the trigger Runic Fountain, shuffling back 3 to draw 3 more. Drawing 7 cards in total this turn. Setting the called by, we have Lancia on the field. So not only have we generated all this advantage, we have basically like 3 what you could call hand traps, I guess. We have the Lancia, which is going to summon, yep, the Raiho. Now everything they activate is going to make them discard a card, or otherwise they negate the effect. So going into Almirage here, what are we even going to try to do? We can't deal with this Raiho. They special summon, we get to go Lancia because this is just once per chain, right? Yeah, and it's twice per turn. So, okay, so we're summoning out a Gorgeous here. They're going to go for Fractal at this point, dumping a Nerval, going to battle phase, and just scooping it up. Okay. Yeah, good showcase, good showcase. Yeah, yeah. Drawing like, how many 7 cards in a turn? It's pretty nutty. It's pretty nutty. I like it. I like it. Dope list. Let's move on to the next one. But yes, from Yoshimitsui, we have Raidraptor, and this is the Kali Yuga build of Raidraptor, which I will say, this is probably the best way to play Raidraptor in this format, just because, honestly, just summoning towers and popping cards, not exactly a great game plan against Yubel. In fact, I think because of Yubel being so like dominant in the format right now, that kind of makes Raidraptor somewhat dead on arrival, except for the Kali Yuga build. And to be fair, the Kali Yuga line is very, very consistent. So here we have a list that plays a little bit of Phantom Knight stuff, the Kali Yuga stuff. And yeah, I mean, we don't have much else to say about it. I know how this deck works, so I should be able to commentate the replay pretty well. Kali Yuga, Raidraptor. I didn't showcase this yet on my channel. And again, I do feel like this is the most viable way to play Raidraptor in this current format. So it'll be useful to showcase here. So we have a Rank Up Magic in hand and Tribute Lanius. This is like a 1-card combo. Okay, we have Called By. We have to Call By Ash here. Yeah, so Tribute Lanius can dump a card. So we're starting off with a Tribute Lanius here. It's going to be an interesting one. All right, let's fast forward a little bit, please. Thank you. Okay, dumping the Fuzzy Lanius. Fuzzy Lanius can trigger in the grave, so we're locking into Raidraptor very early here. Special the Fuzzy Lanius from the hand to go into Raider's Knight. As soon as you get 2 level 4s, you get full combo with this deck. So Raider's Knight can trigger Detach Material to go into Brave Strix. Brave Strix can then search a rank up spell. So we're searching the rank up Magic Skip Force. Go Skip Force on this card, and you can go for the Arsenal Falcon. And at this point, you're cruising. You're cruising. So Arsenal Falcon effect, summon out the Noir Lanius. Noir Lanius is going to search the Heal Eagle. We can go Heal Eagle special summon. We can go into Wise Tricks using both the Heal Eagle and the Arsenal Falcon. Then we get to trigger both the Wise Tricks, and we can chain block it with the Arsenal Falcon to play around Ash here. Summon out the Ultimate Falcon from the extra deck, and equip it, with the Arsenal Falcon. Summon from the deck a copy of Mimicry Lanius. Interesting. And we get to set the Phantom Knights Rank Up Magic Launch, I think it's called. Yeah. And make a Force Trick. So Force Tricks detach, search a Strange Lanius. Then we can trigger the Mimicry Engrave to search out the Raidraptor Roost. Raidraptor Roost activate. Activate the Rank Up Magic Soul, paying 4,000 to bring back a Xyz from the grave and summon Arsenal Falcon. I didn't know that was a play. All right. Then we get our Roost effect to grab Rise Rank Up Magic. and we can summon out the Norlanius, trigger the end phase effect of Ultimate Falcon for a little bit of burn, set our Rise rank up. We've got our Phantom Knights rank up magic launch with our rank 7, of course, to go into the Kali Yuga. And there you go. This whole line, literally any 2 level 4 monsters is this entire line. So, yeah. Trying to evenly into Kali Yuga. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, bro. As you guys know, Kali Yuga just shutting down the game. Basically Calamity Lock, but for XC stacks. And our next list is, unfortunately, another Kali Yuga list. So it turns out that Blackwings now, objectively, the best way to play them with the new Raidraptor support is to just go for Kali Yuga Lock. It's literally the same idea, right? If you can land a rank 4, you can make Kali Yuga on opponent's turn. It's basically the same shit, but except you're playing Blackwings. Yeah, this is another Kali Yuga replay. Let's just go see Kali Yuga. Trust me, we have a really based deck to end this. So one last Kali Yuga replay, and then the next one super based. Trust me. So High Niner in Master 1 right now, allegedly made it to Master 1 with Blackwings using this list. And this replay is from Master 5. So, you know, this is no slouch. This is a real ass deck, okay? In fact, I might put this on the tier list just for High Niner, just for getting Master 1 with it. All right, so we're going to start off here with Small World, revealing Garbage Lord in the deck to add Simoon. Is that why Garbage Lord is there? Just because we run Small World? And we're going to go for Simoon, banishing itself. And they're going to go for, oh god, we're playing into Shifter? Well, I'll be damned. Okay, let's see. So we get the Black Whirlwind triggers. We get to grab our Shura. Is that Shura? What's it called again? Wait, I think I got the wrong. Sudri, my bad. So grab Sudri. With Sudri, we can search Harmattan, with the Black Whirlwind, and Vada. And then we go ahead and make ourselves a Wise Tricks. Makes sense. Wise Tricks can summon a level 4 from the deck. And we win. We make a Raiders Knight. Now we're going to fast forward. Raiders Knight, detach, make a Braves Tricks. And guess what? We're going to set a card, and then we're going to go Brave Strix effect. And guess what? We're going to search the Skip Force. And guess what? Activate Skip Force. What do we do? Arsenal Falcon? No way, dude. Going Arsenal Falcon effect here. The fact that we can do this, by the way, into Shifter is kind of insane. So Darkness Metal Dragon here. Bring back from the banished pile the Arsenal Falcon. Okay. I just want to point out, no shit this guy got to M1 with Blackwings. This guy literally just set up Kali Yuga Lock into Shifter. We got to put some respect on that. That's kind of crazy. Kali Yuga into Shifter. Come on. So here we go. In response to the Ecclesia, we're just going to go ahead and drop a Kali Yuga right there on the field. And yeah, that's it. It's over. It's Jover. Summon. Okay, really cool. Detach. Pop everything in the back row. And now we just got to beat over the stun monster and beat over Ecclesia. And we're cooking. So we'll fast forward a little bit more here. It seems like the game's not over yet. Grab a Avada. Summon out the Shamal. Shamal beat over. Extra Deck Monster can beat over the Pashtafelo or whatever. The Fossil Dyna. Then we get to trigger Shamal. Get our Black Feather Whirlwind. Summon Vada effect, get the Black Winged Dragon, trigger Shamal effect engrave, add back to hand our hand trap Chinook, and just win the game easy like that. And that's a Royal Kali Yuga, by the way. Shout out High Niner. Honestly, a really solid replay. I'm really impressed that you could Kali Yuga Lock into the Dimension Shifter. I did not expect that. That was good. Stun Mirror. I guess that is technically a Stun Mirror. Yeah, true. That technically is. All right. Final deck for today is coming from Moz, as always. We love to end it with Moz because he loves sending the based lists, right? So what we have this time around, it's Gate Guardian, baby. I mean, Gate Guardian got some solid support in this latest set. Let's be real here. This new card here, Dark Element, this is a real card. First off, it can summon the brand new Dark Guardian, which is treated as a Gate Guardian card, and it's basically unaffected by everything other than traps if you special summon it with this spell. And this spell can also just straight up summon this dude. It just summons Gate Guardians combined for free. Well, for 4,000 life points. It's super based. And we're also running the Horus engine in here, which makes a ton of sense. And we're also running the Prisma Hero Lives engine. This is based. So yeah, this is basically my favorite looking list out of the video for sure. I haven't seen the replay yet, but I love Gate Guardian. It is so cool. It is so based. This list is awesome. Let's just go watch the replay, dude. I don't have that much to say about this. It's just based. Final replay for this showcase. The most based deck of them all. Gate Guardian at full power with brand new support and the Horus engine. It's looking very clean. Let's see what's going on. Holy moly, that is a hand. That is a hand. Going first would have been insane. By the way, this field spell is not once per turn. And we're playing against Centurion. We ash the Primera always. No reason not to ash Primera because this card is crazy. And yeah, let's see what happens after that. Set 2 pass. You'll love to see it. This happens almost every time I ash Primera. Oh my god. Oh my god, we get to go 3 field spells in 1 turn. You really picked the right replay here. Neither player gets summon more than 2 times per turn. Oh, buddy. I don't need more than 2 times. I don't need more than 2 times, pal. Okay, Omni Negate, Omni Negate trap card, counter trap on the field spell. That's pretty good. That's a really good field spell. Oh, whoops. I actually had 2 more of those. Let me just set up a Kazejin. I'm gonna go for the other one. Let me just set up real quick here a Suijin, and I guess we're gonna drop a big ol' spell and trap negate on the field. They're going for Druid Swarm here. Very cool. Anyway, King Sarcophagus. Let me just discard my my Shadow Ghoul. Oh, Ash. Ash is good actually. Low key, Ash is kind of good here. Ash kind of good, but we do have our floating effect. I think we're very much fine here. We just beat into Primera. Like, what the hell do you even do? Like, you don't do shit here with just a Druid Swarm. Yeah, this is simplified against a deck that is really good in a simplified game state. Summon Limit is a card you could be running in your deck also. They didn't read the Shadow Ghoul Engrave. We get to pop it. They go for Druid Swarm remove. Okay, cool. I get my floating effect, summon out the Kazejin. Then on my turn, we'll be able to bring back the Suijin into the back row. So yeah, Labyrinth Wall. Oh, we're putting actually Sangha going for the Gate Guardian of Thunder and Wind. Whoa, I didn't realize this. Yeah, Thunder and Wind can search Dark Element. Oh my god, we're so based. Then we can go for Dark Element, pay half our life points, and summon out the Dark Guardian unaffected by anything but trap cards. And we can double its... Oh my god, bro. Oh my god, bro. Riryoku Guardian on the Dark Guardian, bro? I love Gate Guardian. I love this list. Based replay. Super funny that you got Summon Limited with like one of the very few decks that couldn't care less. Like, you can literally just summon once with this deck, and a lot of the time that's what ends up happening anyway, like even if you wanted to summon more. So yeah, really funny duel. Appreciate everyone in the Discord that sent lists and sent replays as always, and I am glad that we got to cover every single new deck at least in some way, shape, or form with this deck showcase, plus my Voiceless Voice deck profile, because this pack is a scam. I'm not trying to build every deck in this pack. Cannot wait for the next one.